Hello again, first graders, and welcome to our reading and writing time for Monday of this week. We're going to start first with our new list of spelling words. So I have those written on my board, and I'm going to show those to you. Okay, and again, remember at any time that you're watching these video lessons and you need to pause, take a break, go get some supplies, you're always welcome to do that. Our spelling words for this week are going to focus on our different spellings that we can use for when we hear the n sound. Now remember, most of the time when we hear the n sound, it's just made by the letter N. And you'll see that in our first two words. Our first word is center, C-E-N-T-E-R. I was standing in the center of the room. That means the middle. And we just have one letter N making that N sound. Our next word is nose, N-O-S-E. Mom asked me to blow my nose. And again, our N sound is just being made by the letter N. Our next word, nugget, is also made that N sound just with one single N, but we do have a double letter in this word, so watch out for that. N-U-G-G-E-T. A nugget is like a small piece of something. Usually when we talk about a nugget, we're talking, a lot of times people will talk about a nugget of gold, a golden nugget, okay? Here you will see we have in our next word running, R-U-N-N-I-N-G. Our N sound is being made by a double N. So make sure when you're practicing writing this word, you don't forget to have two N's for running. Also in our next word, winner, we have two N's, W-I-N-N-E-R. He was the winner of the race. Now our next two words, that N sound is made with one of our tricky spellings. This is made with the K-N sound. Remember, K-N is just the N sound. We have to write that letter K, but the K is silent. So we have our word knit, K-N-I-T. Grandma said she would knit me a scarf to wear. And then kneel, K-N-E-E-L. I like to kneel when I am playing a game. And notice we do have two E's, our vowel team, E-E, to make that E sound. And then, of course, we always have to have a tricky word. Make sure we stay on top of those. Our tricky word this week is the word which. W-H-I-C-H. W-I-C-H. Which ice cream shall I choose? All right, so these are your new spelling words. I'd like for you to at least write them one time today. If you have time and you can write them more than one time, I would love for you to do that. Remember, you can choose to write them in any way that you wish, just with paper pencil, maybe colors. Maybe you want to form the letters with a bunch of Play-Doh that you have at your house. You can use sidewalk chalk, magnetic letters. If you have a chalkboard, if you want to write them on your whiteboard, you can write them and practice them however you wish. So make sure that you're practicing our spelling words this week, focusing on the different spellings for the N sound. When you finish writing your spelling words for this week, we have a new story that we're going to read, and it's titled The Soccer Game. So make sure you have your reader, and our story, The Soccer Game, is found on page 44. Now, I know many of you have told me that you have played soccer. We don't know if we're going to get to play soccer this spring, maybe later on this summer. I hope you'll get to go outside and play soccer. But remember, when we play games, we like to work together. That's why we have teams. And we also like to make sure we have fun. And so as you're reading about the soccer game, see what is happening in this game. See if people are being nice to one another, if they're working together, if they're getting along, they're cooperating. See if they are having fun as they play. You do have some of those N sounding words, especially ones with the K-N in them. So be watching for those. Those are good words for you to practice, okay? Your story begins on page 44, The Soccer Game, with a great picture on page 45. And And then your story finishes on page 46 with another picture. Okay, oh, not quite finished. This one's a long one. And then page 48. Ooh, can you tell maybe what's happening in the picture? This looks like an interesting story. All right, and of course, once after you finish reading the soccer game, either all by yourself or with help from an adult, I want you to go ahead and take your kitty cat book, and you're going to answer 4 questions on 16.3 about the soccer game. And I want to really encourage you to make sure that you're writing in complete sentences. Don't just write 1 or 2 word answers. Try to write your answer in a complete sentence, remembering to begin that sentence with a capital letter and to end it with a period if it's a telling sentence. If it's a yelling sentence, use your exclamation point. If you're asking a question, use your question mark. All right, practice spelling words, read your story, the soccer game, and answer your questions about the soccer game. I know you're going to do a fabulous job, and I can't wait to see your good work. Till next time, guys.